Hey, hi, hello, welcome to Kristen Draws, where I, Kristen, draw. Today, however, I'm not drawing. I am popping on here to tell you really super quickly that I have finished a book dummy. I finished a book dummy, my first one ever. I've been illustrating for many years, and I've worked on stories that have gone on my website, but I've never made an actual little mock-up picture book. This was so much fun. It was a challenge. And I'm popping on here to talk about the idea of letting your ideas ruminate. I started this like a year ago, and I started making some of the sketches. I started, I think, with this sketch and maybe a few others from the beginning, like this one and this one. And then I just stopped. I was just like, I had some doubts, and I kind of set it aside and forgot about it. I did some classes. I took Children's Book Pro by SVS, the School of Visual Storytelling. I'm not sponsored by them, but here you go, Will, Jake, and Lee, free plug for my 2 viewers. Anyway, I did that, and long story short, a year later I came back to this story because I thought really there was something there, and I'm popping on here to talk to you about the okayness, I guess, to try to normalize letting your ideas fall to the side. I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of if you start a project, set it down, and then come back to it. I know we artists, we get excited a lot and we start new things and then maybe we quit them. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we villainize that, and also I want to change the mindset from like, oh, I started a project and then I just stopped, to I started a project, I've set it aside, maybe I'll come back to it, maybe not. And letting it percolate, letting it ruminate in the back of your mind, I think can sometimes be the best thing for a project, right? Like when I started this, I kind of had the sense that I liked the idea, but I wasn't sure if I was ready, if I had all the skills to create this. So I went and I did a bunch of other things. I explored mediums, I took more classes, I tried to illustrate other stories first that maybe weren't so close to me, because this story is very personal. Like this is essentially my experience with my grandfather in this little 32-page book. So that put a certain level of pressure on it that made me want to do it justice. Like I wanted this to be what it was in my mind, and artists, we have that disconnect, right? Like we have what we envision it to be, and then it's like, can we bring it to life? Like, is it gonna fall short when we actually put pen to paper, or can we create the vision that we have in our minds? And some of that is maybe acquiring more skills before you can do that successfully. And so anyway, I'm rambling. The point is, I'm coming on here to announce that first picture book dummy is under the belt, and also to be of encouragement to you that if you feel like you're starting and quitting projects, maybe don't look at it that way. Maybe think like, I've got all these ideas, I've started putting some onto paper, and maybe the ones that aren't the best I'll leave behind, and maybe I'll come back to others. And it's not that I'm quitting, it's just that I'm letting them sit, letting them swirl around in my subconscious, and maybe while I go and do these other things, I'll be acquiring other skills that I can then bring back to these other projects. Just some ideas. Thanks for being here as always. Thanks for listening to my very incoherent ramblings and thoughts on illustration. Didn't steal that from Tom Froze. He's not listening to this anyway, but okay. This is going to be up on my website. It is already in the sketch form. I'm currently working on some other full page illustrations to throw in here, so half sketches, half full pages, and those will be on my website as well. You can find me at kristenlingo.com. As always, thank you for being here. Thanks for following along. I'm going to go now. Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye.